Afternoon viewers, welcome back to the channel. I've got a little project going, as you know from the last video. Anne's picked herself up a nice little Honda 250 Scrambler, as I call it. It's an actually off-road bike, isn't it? CRF 250L. She got it for a nice little price, and we're going to add some bits to it. So I'll show you those bits now. So not everything's here. I think we're still waiting for wing mirrors. Wing mirrors, aren't we? Yeah, but we've got the levers for clutch and front brake. We've got some brake pads there. We've got an oil filter and replacement oil. We're going to do the service ourselves. Shouldn't be too much of a problem. We've got some indicators, foot pegs, a lowering kit, some hand guards, and over there's a nice pair of red boots which I picked up from Facebook Marketplace for about £30. They've only been worn about 4 times. So I've already worn them. They're very, very comfortable. So join us in the garage. We'll put some of those bits on. We can't do it all today, but like I said, we'll put a few bits on and you can watch us have some fun and maybe pick up some hints of how to do stuff. You never know, but probably not. All right, speak to you soon. Okay, first things first. I think we're going to take these off first. I think that's the best thing. They're a bit ugly and the wrong colour, I reckon.
Look at that.
What's that?
Look,
Okay. So, yeah, I mean, they're a bit old, aren't they? So we'll just have to find the right one and take those edges off. Yeah, a bit smaller.
it's nice because it's...
It's a bit battered. Will it need a little bit of persuasion?
might be right.
Yeah, so just finding the right connections to get those off. I think we'll get these off and then we'll have access to the levers, and then that'll be the way forward.
I think there's new ones of these, I think.
Oh, these are well and truly on, aren't they? And that was our problem. As you can see, it's already been drilled out because someone's basically taken the edge off. Problem with these as well, they look like they've been taken off before, but I think, well, that seems to be solid into that. So we'll see if we can get that out. There we go. That worked. Let's get a file on that. I think we're looking a bit rough on the edges. Just a little bit of movement. Ooh. Aha. Success, obviously. A bit of penetrating fluid in there.
WD.
Moved it off nicely. For some reason I thought that was movable as well, but if you look, no, it's not.
That goes into that.
Yeah, it's quite difficult to move though. That's the only thing. So we might need some. If that goes into that, it should come out, but it seems to be quite solid in there. But anyway.
So we can...
I'll get it off the camera then. I'll stand back then, shall I?
Yeah, let that soak.
So, right, next thing, this, which is just going to be that bolt there, that's it, and that should come out quite nicely.
I think I did that.
So we've had a
First fail.
the ones that we got didn't have the extension, which is the brake light sensor. So not a problem, we can sort that out. And we're having a little bit of an issue with this one, getting these out, or whether they do actually come out at all. It may be that they don't come out, but that's a problem. Anyway, next thing is getting these off. So we've managed to get some penetrating oil into these, and we'll see how that works. Okay. Yeah, getting these on a little bit tricky. Okay, so we managed to sort that out. Not too bad, it's just a little bit of an angle issue, I think, more than anything else. Good. We won't tighten it all up just yet. Okay. Okay, a little bit of persuasion. Right, that's all going in nicely. Yeah, I won't tighten that up. Just move this up a little bit. That's it.
Right.
We're in there. We're good to go. Okay, so fail number 2. So problem we've got here is the angle of the bar itself won't allow this to come down. So yeah, find that on the floor. So we're going to, sorry, I'll pick it up in a minute. So we're going to put these back on. Which are better in the sense that although they look a bit rough, we'll Dremel that, get all that down, and then just replace the actual guards with the red ones. Oh, well, trial and error, isn't it? But there you go. Okay, so we've put the original back. Now we're going to do the pegs, see if that works.
Yeah, see how we go with that.
See how we go with this one. Still, all trial and error. You buy this stuff, don't you? And you don't always get it right, but it doesn't matter.
It's only because you don't want to spend a lot of money.
No. This should be okay because they're pretty standard, aren't they? He says, well, you know. So removal of the split pin on the other side. This will wiggle out. There you go.
Just doing what Matt Armstrong tells me to do and putting the bolts back in where we took them out from.
There we go. Matt Armstrong special.
What she's doing, so we'll do that.
Give that a clean, shall we?
Yeah.
Lovely.
the old peg.
Old peg is there.
It's got another lump on it, but probably won't.
You reckon won't fit
either.
either? Right, let's just see if I can offer it up. Which one is it?
I think it's that one.
Yeah, there's that one. Let's see if it goes in anyway. It could be all right.
This has got tiny little screws with it. Where did they come from?
Okay.
Where are they supposed to go? They're supposed to go in it?
Yeah.
No, I've got these tiny little screws.
Oh,
Don't
no
know where
idea.
they're supposed to go.
That goes in there. Okay, so I managed to get that through. We've just got to let's put the split pin in, which is underneath here. That's it, it's around that thing that ain't coming out. Good. There you go. One success. That's one out of 3 so far. Not too bad. Let's do the other one, and then we'll show you. As you can see, the light is fading. That's the problem with it. It's probably only about 3 o'clock as well. Yeah, so there you go. That's the right side. And then here. And there's the left side. All done.
Sturdy.
Yeah, nice pink shoes. Right, good. That's it. We'll wait for the sun to rise on Saturday and then get on with the next bit.
Everyone, you joined me in the garden this morning following our failed attempt last night to try and fit new handguards to the Honda. The cheap Chinese ones that I bought online didn't fit, so I'm going to go back to my original plan, which was to try and refurbish the old ones, just tidy them up a little bit, not too much, just make them a little bit more tidier, and then fit on a new hand guard, just try and sort of shoehorn it on a little bit and make it a little bit more tidier. So this is what we've got so far. This is the cheap Chinese one that I bought, which doesn't fit. As you can see, it's quite a different shape. It's quite a bit longer than this one. You can see it is quite longer, quite a bit longer. So, and a slightly different bend at the end compared to this one. So we're just going to try and get rid of some of these sharp edges, file it down a little bit, and then try and make that fit onto there somehow. So I'll get started. I have my Dremel and my trusty workmate, and we'll give it a go and see what happens. So this is what we're starting with. I'm going to try this bit first and then possibly try and straighten that end out a little bit. So I'll have a bash. I'm not going to embarrass myself by actually putting that on camera. We'll see what happens afterwards. I have given these a little Dremel. They're not perfect, but as I say, it was only just to get the sharp burrs off, which there were sort of here. So yeah, let's give it a little polish now, see what happens. So absolutely nothing at all except make it dirty. So let's go to plan B, which I don't know what that is. We are making progress. We have holes, this one here, that one. That's what happens when you don't have the correct drill bit. Metal one obtained, better holes drilled. So both of these now have got 3 new holes in them, as you can see, for the red covers. So I'm going to give these a little coat of paint, which I've got here. I have never rattle canned before, so we shall give this a go, see what they come out like. Most of it is going to be covered up, so if I do really muck it up, then I've given it a go. But I'm going to do as Henry Cole says and add a little bit at a time, short bursts, and we'll see what happens. Good morning, welcome back to the garden. So here they are, 2 coats of paint. don't look too closely. They're okay. They're not fantastic, but they are better than what they were. So I'm going to put a coat of lacquer on, leave them to dry, and then we'll fit them later on with the new plastic handguards on the front.
Morning viewers, welcome back to the channel on this lovely Remembrance Sunday. Yeah, sunshine. It'd be a nice day for the troops down in London. Update on the Honda 250L. So you've seen a few videos from Anne telling her what she's been doing. Bless her, she's been a busy little girl doing all her stuff. And we've finally got a few bits that have arrived, like a centre stand for it. And I think, what else did we get? Turned up, we're trying to imagine. It's coming in thick and fast anyway. So what did we do? So Anne managed to paint all the handguards, or the frames to the handguards, which you've seen, and we've now fitted them. We've also managed to change the broken lights as well. Well, Anne's done that anyway. She had a little bit of an issue with the electrics, but got that sorted out. And so I'll show you that now. Okay, so there's the new one, fitted nicely. The lenses we changed because one of them was slightly darker, but I managed to get that to fit quite nicely. There's our little centre stand, which has made it all rock solid, which is good. We did have some stands in the garage, but none of them seemed to fit, which is great. So yeah, a little bit more on that one. And there we are. There's our little guards. So Anne's managed to drill new holes into the framework, and if you can see on the other side, we've got some, what are they called? Those nuts?
Acorn nuts.
Acorn nuts, that's it. So we've got some acorn nuts. I'll show you from this side actually. Some acorn nuts on there.
They might be a little bit too long.
Okay. But I think they're all right. Well, we can adjust that, but that's all right. There's plenty of room in that one.
The idea is it's supposed to protect it, isn't it? And at the moment, it's not.
Okay.
So you might have to take that off and put a flat one on.
Okay.
Maybe.
Your bike, your decision.
Yeah, if it goes over, I suppose it's not really protecting it, is it? That's the thing.
No. Okay. Fair point. Okay, so we can do some adjustments, but even with the new one when it comes, it's not going to be touching that, so it's a little bit wide on that. But we can. The good thing about these things is that they can adjust, and we can move that across a little bit.
It's quite right on it.
And what we can do, if necessary, no, we don't necessarily pull that down, but that can go out a little.
Actually, it could go back a bit.
Yeah.
It's on the brake line though, isn't it?
Okay.
We'll see. It's wibbly, isn't it?
Yeah, there's a lot of movement there. That's
probably.
Yeah, that's due to this, because when they get dropped, these expand a little bit.
I think you're right. It's bent.
Yeah, they do, and they're cast, so you can't actually force them. You can put a washer in there.
Yeah.
So we might do that. Trick of where I work, they do it all the time. Put the washers in there, stops that moving up and down because bikes get dropped all the time. Yeah, so there you go. A few more things. Now we've got that, I'm going to rattle can this, put some rust treatment on it, bit of rattle can on that today, and don't know, we could attempt later the service, couldn't we?
That on brakes, I suppose.
Oh yeah,
brakes and the oil
brake pads and the oil today, so yeah, watch this space. Okay, a couple of updates for you. Gloves on. So we've managed to sort out this little issue by adjusting all of this and then changing that nut, so there's clearance there. We've also put a spacer in to stop that wobbling, so that's nice and clear. And we put a spacer in here to move it along. Now, as far as the other side's concerned, okay, we don't know whether that's going to affect that, so because that hasn't turned up yet. But there's not a huge amount of movement there, a little bit, but not too much, and I'm not going to worry about that. But then we may need a spacer here to move that along. But anyway, we'll deal with that. But apart from that, it's looking good, and it's done a really nice job on that. And they're looking very tidy. What else have we done? So, brake pads. You can see the array of mucking about. So, caliper off, new pads in. Very simple, caliper off, only one holding pin that came out. Obviously we then took a little bit of undid these to release a little bit of pressure, making sure we put something underneath, which we didn't, so just be aware of that, okay, because when you push the caliper, the actual pistons back, that's going to come out. Okay, well, lesson learned there. Anyway, that went back, a little bit of copper grease on the back, they went in quite nicely, job done. So that was a MOT recommendation on the last one, so we've done that. Okay, what next? So I put a little bit of rust treatment on that, just letting that dry off, and then we're going to rattle can this one, and then we'll start on the oil change, I suppose.
I've oiled up WD-40 the nuts for the lowering link, if you wanted to do that while it was up.
Okay,
in there.
yeah, we can do the lowering link. So
yeah, we can't do the oil change while the bike's on the little stand.
Okay, so we can do the lowering link, which is this one that's going to come out. So I'll let you know how that goes. Okay, little update. So brake pad's been changed. You can just see on the inside there, all good. Wing mirrors gone on. I didn't mention those last time. So we got. It was done in darkness, according to Anne. Okay, but these are sort of a springy adjustable one, which are quite good. Give you plenty of vision on the outside. So if they do get knocked, they will spring up. Okay. So that's that one. And suspension. So we've put this on, which is actually in position 1. Didn't need to come down much because Anne's got quite tall. She's quite tall. She's got long legs, so it's not too bad. And obviously, to compensate for that, we've raised this by a centimetre. Right. So just so it's now all level. So that's all done. Yeah, and that's now we're going to tackle the oil change. So a little bolt under here. We'll leave this on. They do say remove it, but to be quite honest, we'll just wash it off, and then we can get to everything under there. Oil change and oil filter change is next. I've given it a run round just to test the brakes. Oh yeah, brakes. Update on that. So. Oh no, I think I mentioned that last time, so not too bad. Good. Onwards and upwards. Right, we've had quite a productive day today. We're all finished. The last thing we had to do was an oil change, oil filter change, and then just run that through and make sure, and I took it out for a little ride, make sure that the brakes were not binding, but they're just working, not brake pads, you know, like you would normally. Although I'm not getting full leverage on it because of the broken front lever, but yeah, that seemed to be all right. Front suspension was altered as well, so making sure that was okay. So yeah, good. So well, just a recap of what we've done. So today, front brake pads, that was changed. Front suspension altered, just raised a little bit and levelled out because of the rear suspension adjustment, which is in position 1, and that suits Anne fine. We've changed the oil filter and the oil. It's pretty easy. Remove that, sump plugs underneath that comes out. Anne's fixed all these on, so these are all nice and tight and ready. Little adjustment to the front clutch lever to make sure it's not wobbling, so that's good. These bolts here were changed just to make sure there's nothing catching on that. We can't do anything about that until it arrives. Wing mirrors have gone on, they've been adjusted and they're good. And a little bit of a spray can job on the side stand, making sure that's all right, and a few places where I've put some rust treatment on it. Generally, that's it. Anything else? Well, we've got to get rid of that, so we're going to take that down to the local dump. We can take engine oil, so obviously it needs to be done. I think that was put on so it could be removed possibly when they were on off-road, but I don't know what we're going to do with that. Maybe fix that permanently. A little bit more work on this. Decals, and it's got this side and then just a little bit of work on that seat to do. Obviously, I'll give you that update when it happens, and so you'll be on the journey with us. So yeah, speak to you soon.